My name is Liam Harding. Alongside me is Judaea Ingram. We're here with your Seton Hall women's basketball game post-game recap as the Pirates won against Butler 73-45. Now, Judaea, it's almost a tale of two halves, as we talked about on the halftime show, that the Pirates were only up 29-21, and the whole first half was like a mess offensively, defensively. Nothing was getting together, but as we saw, they kind of started to click on all cylinders, offensively and defensively. What are some of the things you saw out there?
Definitely the tail of this was the third quarter, where the Pirates scored 30 points this quarter, even though in the first two they only scored 29. And definitely the player of that third quarter has to be Micah Gray. Micah Gray had 15 points in this third quarter with 5 straight three-pointers. And Amari Wright, someone who's a great point guard, Coach B says, was able to feed her the ball every time. So her 15 points was really good for the team. And also defensively, holding the Bulldogs to just 9 points in that quarter. They had 4 steals, 7 points off turnovers. And they also were able to shoot 75% from the three-point line, which is something they really struggled in that third quarter. So definitely, the third quarter is definitely what turned them around. They were able to extend their lead, being up by almost 31 points in that.
As you said, Amari Wright also helped play a factor in Micah Gray's performance. And Coach B, this whole offseason, preseason, everything's been talking about what great of a point guard Amari Wright is. And with a combination of her and Micah Gray, this is what Coach B had to say about the two of their performances.
Right. Starting to show now she has, Amari, tremendous point guard, kept feeding the ball. Tremendous.
Now, even though we had the two highlighting of those two players, Micah Gray and Amari Wright, having incredible performances, it was, as we talked about in the earlier part, a little bit shaky in the beginning, and that's what happens when you have new players. So what do you think that team has to do to get the ship corrected so they can start off hot?
As Coach B said, this is having 9 newcomers, 2 into the starting lineup. People are still trying to figure out the offense, so definitely it's the defense that is carrying them. They're able to get 30 turnovers by Bryant, so the defense being able to be more aggressive, how they're able to go for the ball, dive for it, getting charges, getting turnovers. The defense is definitely going to carry them as they try to implement the new system with all these new players and trying to get their offense rolling. This game, shooting 53% from the three-point line, which is something they've been struggling with. That definitely showed that the offense is starting to move, but definitely the defense is what's going to bring them the game.
I agree with you right there. As we saw in the first half, it was a close game, 29-21, but they were able to hunker down defensively, hunker in, whether it was the starting 5 out there, or different rotations, different players out there. The defense really set the tone in the second half, and while they're still trying to run the offensive plays, Coach B had this to say about the defense as a whole.
Defense can be consistent, and I was a little disappointed in the fourth quarter, but we started to buckle down a little bit more and do a little better.
That'll do it for this episode of Seton Hall Women's Basketball Post-Game Recap. Again, I'm Liam Harding. Alongside me is Judaea Ingram. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned Wednesday as the women's basketball team takes on Rutgers at home.